happened. Mike, what's your overall point? What are you getting at?
Here, let me throw one statistic out. Black people make up 13 to 15% of the population, but they commit more than 50% of the crimes. Black people need to
Lies,
check
lies,
themselves.
lies. That's not true. That's not true. The majority of the crimes in this country are so I see where you're going here, trying to deflect. I guess we proved your point wrong, and now you want to go on
Now you
some.
want to take his clan hood off.
Yeah, I felt it. I felt the. I
You
felt the
know where he
spirit
was
there.
going with that. You know where he was going.
Yeah,
Now,
and you try to.
how the fuck do you think that black people who ain't but in 12 states got time to fucking commit 50% of the crimes in the whole country? If you believe that you a whole dumbass. A whole dumbass. Because there are plenty of places that have plenty of crime and black people ain't there. Okay. Now, black people are disproportionately charged. They're disproportionately convicted. They're disproportionately sentenced longer. That's not because black people are more innately criminal. Okay. That's because the way that this system works is black people don't get a fucking pass. Okay. So where you have people who have, oh, okay, you do community service and then your record will be expunged. Now, who you think is gonna get that deal quicker? A white person or a black person? When you had the guy in San Francisco who was convicted of rape and he didn't even have to do no time from the judge down there. So let's not do the black people are more criminal bullshit when the reality is that the system is more harsh towards black people. I'm not saying black people should get away with crime, but white people shouldn't get away with motherfucking crime either. Okay? How about that? Because where the black people at in motherfucking Montana and all these other states that have plenty of crime and there ain't no black people there. Get the fuck out of here.
And I just want to be clear with you. I doubt this fact check will help you, Mike, because you appear to be a flat earther. But as of 2019, the U.S. Census Bureau, reported that African Americans represented 26% of arrests, of being arrested, which is different than what you're trying to say. 26% of arrests. Now, they do have a higher level of incarceration groups, but that's just incarceration.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most violent states in the country is Alaska.
Right.
And so, if you want to talk about crime, let's talk about white on white crime.
Right. Hello.
Let's go there. Let's go into detail about the horrors of white on white crime. Let's go into the stats of the horrors of white on white crime. And what I hate about this is that what you're doing is so disgusting and it's so deeply racist because you're trying to make crime a racial issue when crime is really a poverty issue. That's the stunt that you're trying to play.
This
And
is
you
probably
could
the
simply
same
just look
motherfucker
it
that
up.
would sit up here and say that it's offensive to teach about the history of slavery and all kind of shit, but he want to sit up here and act like black people are disproportionately criminal. Please, police.
Yeah. I normally like to do a final comment.
Fuck him. Where was he from? A stupid, goofy ass clown. Thank you. Where was he from? What did he
Cleveland.
say he was from?
Cleveland.
Cleveland. Don't y'all got bigger fish to fry in Cleveland? Fuck out of here. I hope, but see, it's people like him. I'm not even gonna give him credit to being a doctor, nothing like that. Dumbass. Uh he part of the problem. Was he even tripping off of anyway? You got a white governor, you got now two Republican senators, you got a Republican governor, and you calling in here with some bullshit.
So crazy.
The fact that there are racist white people who refuse and are so delusional that they don't understand how the system is set up so that their shit don't get clocked the same way that our shit does. They know deep down inside they know it. They know it. Oh, when the sheriff tells you, oh, quit messing around, or else I'm gonna have to take you boys down. I didn't see all the little white movies, Straw Dogs, all that shit. I didn't see the Friday Night Light white movies. I know how y'all do. Y'all don't go, it ain't the same rules. It ain't the same rules. When y'all be wreaking havoc and shit, terrorizing people, harass people, and getting in bar fights and shit, drunk driving, all kind of shit, and you don't go to jail, you don't get arrested, nothing. Quit playing.
In 2019, 69.4% of all individuals arrested were white. Of all juveniles arrested in 2019, 62% were white. This is according to the FBI.gov. Exact quote from FBI.gov. White individuals were arrested more for violent crimes than any individuals of any other race.
How about that?
Of juveniles arrested for drug abuse violations, 74.8% were white. Now, I still stand by crime or drugs is not a white or black issue. It's a crime. It's a poverty issue. I stand by that. But when you want to call in and try and make it about the black folks are so uncivilized, they're just killing each other. That's when it's a problem. Because the data will tell you what it tells you. So, but it's all good.
And white people use drugs at the same rate. That's all kind of studies. White people use drugs at the same rate.
Yeah.
White people speed at the same rate. But the difference is that they don't get arrested, they don't get charged, they don't get convicted, and their records get expunged. They do diversionary programs. So that's the difference.
Well, it's the famous Anti-Drug Abuse Act of 86 and 88, where it was a lesser charge for cocaine, but a higher charge for crack.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but these things don't matter to people.
Oh, and by the way, guess what? Guess who's sitting in the White House Oval Office right now with 35 motherfucking felony convictions? A whole ass criminal.
Yeah.
And he probably will be in jail for all the other shit that basically they dropped the cases because he became president. So I don't even want to hear about criminality. Y'all motherfuckers don't care nothing about no goddamn criminality because y'all let this president get in there with all these convictions, and guys say boo when he sat up there and he pardoned 1,600 criminals who engaged in a violent insurrection against the United States of America. How many black people were there? Was it 50% black people there? Or was it damn near everybody being white? Okay. So shut the fuck up with that bullshit.